Hey everyone, this is Josh Shoemaker here with another bowling ball review for the Storm Pitch Purple. Before we begin, I want to start off by thanking my sponsors, Storm, Turbo, and a brand new sponsor for the 2020 season, Logo Infusion. So I really decided to take a different approach to this video. I really wanted to be transparent, just like my Omega Crux review, and keep it very informal, as well as not editing a lot of the footage that you see below. So the only thing I did was speed up the downtime between each shot, as well as splicing together all three of the comparison videos between the pitch purple, the pitch black, and the fever pitch. So what I wanted to do with each of the three balls that I'm going to be showing in this video is kind of start out right around the track area and then keep chasing each ball left until they start to bail down lane, which unfortunately on a house shot, it doesn't really take much for urethane to do that with the incredible amount of volume in the middle part of the lane. Especially with the pitch purple, I wouldn't totally recommend it on a house shot, but out of the three that I threw, was definitely the one that looked the best on this house shot. I actually pre-bowled for an adult youth league that I bowled with my little brother a few weeks ago, right when I first drilled it. And we were bowling on a pair of lanes that had a few sets already bowled on them with some senior bowlers that were throwing a lot of alley balls straight up like 15. So it ended up stretching the pattern quite a bit. So it actually did look really good when I was throwing on there, just because there was so much oil down lane and I really needed something to slow down right off my hand. So the pitch purple features the same low diff capacitor core found in the original pitch black, but it's now wrapped in solid rev control urethane. And when I say urethane, I put that in quotations because it's not true solid urethane like the pitch black is. There is some additional additives in the ball which do allow it to absorb a little bit of oil, which is nice because since it has the additional additives, it helps minimize some of the effects that traditional urethane has. Traditional urethane usually beats up the front part of the lane due to how much surface it has, and it also drags a lot of oil down lane as well, from the fact that it usually doesn't flare and also that the cover doesn't absorb any oil. So the pitch purple compared to the pitch black and the fever pitch, which you're going to see later on in this video, it doesn't slow down nearly as fast as those two. So it's much cleaner and definitely more responsive down lane compared to the fever pitch and especially the pitch black. The pitch black is great when I really need something to slow down a ton off my hand, and the fever pitch kind of fits in between the two. So what's nice about the pitch purple is after I'm done using the fever pitch or the pitch black, I can take a step left with the pitch purple, and it definitely allows me to open up the lane a lot more compared to traditional solid urethane like the pitch black and also the fever pitch when they start to bail down lane, just from the fact that they really don't absorb oil. The pitch black doesn't absorb oil at all, and the fever pitch barely absorbs any oil. And that just makes them so they act more like traditional urethane compared to the cheaterthane, which a lot of people refer to it as. So where the pitch purple would fit in my bag, it's actually pretty interesting because I basically look at this ball as a very low-end, low-friction, not urethane, but like a very low-end, slow-response reactive ball. So almost if you can imagine something like a Hustle Ink with a very, very smooth, archy shape as compared to something that's going to be very clean and responsive down lane. When you usually have lower end balls, they're so low friction that they get so far down lane before they start to transition, and it makes them very responsive off of friction, which is what you really don't want. One of the my all-time favorite urethane balls actually is the Fever Pitch. I've drilled 4 of them since they came out. I have one that's drilled pinned down with a larger veil angle, which makes the hook phase a lot longer, and also it's drilled to flare a lot more. Whereas the other one that I have, I drilled pin up with a smaller veil angle, which makes the hook phase a lot more abrupt, and it also has a longer pin to pap distance, which decreases the flare a lot. So those are my 2 kind of go-to urethane balls for the last year now since they've come out. And I definitely can see the Pitch Purple almost replacing both of them in my bag. I'm excited to order another Pitch Purple and drill it just a touch stronger and a little bit slower response compared to the first one that I drilled. And I feel like the Fever Pitch is going to become very obsolete in my bag once I get that second one. So when urethane should really be used, I definitely want to cover on this point real quick here. Urethane is great when the back ends are extremely fresh and you need something to slow down right off your hand. A lot of people use urethane because it gives you a lot of room and you don't have to be perfect with it at the bottom, which is true, but the main purpose for urethane should really be for blending out conditions when the end of the pattern is very clean and crisp, and it's hard for you to get something to slow down off of that and be very controlled. So that's definitely when you should be using urethane, and it's definitely when I will see myself using the Pitch Purple. So if you like what you see in this video, please reach out to your local Storm VIP Pro Shop and pre-order your very own Pitch Purple today.